Somewhere nearby is Colossal Cave, where others have found fortunes in treasure and gold. It is rumored that some who enter are never to be seen again, and magic is said to permeate the cave. I know of places, actions, and things. Take me with you, and I will be your eyes and hands. Keep watch on your compass. It will guide you through the cave. I know of a few special objects, such as a black rod hidden in the cave. Take these objects and carry them in your inventory, which will show you the items you're carrying. Some objects have side effects. For instance, the rod scares the bird, and usually people unsuccessfully manipulating an object are attempting something beyond their or my capabilities, and should try a different tack. Take heed that cave passages turn often, and realize that exiting one room to the north does not always guarantee entering the next from the south. And just because you enter a room one time without issue does not mean that you won't be rechanneled elsewhere the next. To get full credit for a treasure, you must leave it safely in the little building, though you do get partial credit for just locating the treasure. Points get lost for getting killed, or for quitting, though the former costs you more. Also, points are based on how much of the cave you've managed to explore. There is a large bonus just for penetrating the deeper cave, distinguishing the beginners from the rest of the pack. There are other ways to determine whether you've survived some of the more harrowing sections. And if you think you've found all the treasures, just keep exploring for a while. There's more to discover. Occasionally, I may offer hints if you seem to be having trouble. If I do, I'll warn you in advance how much it will cost your score to accept the hints. Good luck. You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. You're at the end of the road again. You're in a forest. You're at the end of the road again. You are in a gentle valley near a stream tumbling along a rocky bed. You're in open forest, near both a valley and a road. A large owl seems to be watching you. The grate is locked. wide steps are blocked by a mass of boulders. You're in open forest, with a deep valley to one side. The door is closed. You see a small brick building. You see a small brick building. The door is closed. You're by a stream in a gentle valley. You're by a stream in a gentle valley. You are in a gentle valley near a stream tumbling along a rocky bed. You're in a forest near a road. There's nothing to do with it here. You're in a forest near a road. You see rushing water. You see rushing water. Nothing happens. That is useless right now. You're inside a well house. There's no use for that here. That won't work here. There's no use for that here. That is useless. Nothing happens.
Here are my pro tips for playing this wonderfully immersive but sometimes frustratingly complex game. Tip 1. First things first. When you're asked if you'd like instructions, take them. It may seem tempting to jump right into the game, but trust me, the instructions will be a big help. Tip 2. Don't forget to keep a notepad and pen nearby. You'll want to take notes as you play. Tip 3. If you're having trouble with the audio or speed of the game, don't worry. You can easily adjust these by going to the game menu and choosing the settings option. Tip 4. Allow the game to auto-map your way. If you do, you can find the map in the upper left corner of the inventory screen on all versions except VR. On VR, it's the... Hi, I'm Roberta Williams. I've had a long and very rewarding career designing media games since the year 1980. My first game is House. I'm excited to lead you on a journey to explore a game that started it all, Colossal Cave Adventure. It's a vast, intricate game that rewards careless exploration and strategy, and brings tables your brain. In fact, it's a game that made me fall in love with game design, and that made my amazing career. The owner of Colossal Cave Adventure placed the gaming industry, and I just came out of the whole game for the immersive graphics, character animation, and sound design. Let's dive into the history of Colossal Cave Adventure. It all started in 1972 with Critic Craft. Also, game programmer, started exploring the large caves meant to be called Mammoth Cave. And both founded developers, Patrick Scholes, Mammoth Cave.
You can't go through a locked steel grate. Set of keys. The grate is locked. Set of keys. You have unlocked the grate. You're in a small chamber beneath a 3x3 steel... That won't work here. There's no use for that here. You're in a small chamber beneath a 3x3 steel grate to the surface. A low crawl over cobbles leads inwards to the west. That won't work here. Nothing happens. There's nothing there but stinky trash. You're below the grate. That won't work here. That is useless right now. Nothing happens. There's no use for that here. You are crawling over cobbles in a low passage. You're crawling in a low passage. You're crawling in a low passage. You are crawling over cobbles in a low passage. It's getting difficult to see in here. It is now pitch dark. If you proceed, you will most likely fall into a pit. You're crawling in a low passage. You're crawling in a low passage. It is now pitch dark. If you proceed, you will most likely fall into a pit. It's too dark. You can... Bottle of... Taste... Wicker K. Brass lantern. Brass lantern. The lantern is now lit. You are in a debris room filled with stuff washed in from the surface. A low, wide passage with cobbles becomes plugged with mud and debris here, but an awkward canyon leads upward and west. It says Zizzy. It says Zizzy. Black rod. That is useless right now. There's nothing to do with it here. Black rod. Wicker cage. You're in an awkward, sloping east-west canyon. You're in an awkward, sloping east-west canyon. The bird was unafraid when you entered, but as you approach, it becomes disturbed. Black rod. A cheerful little bird is sitting. Wicker cage. You have captured the bird. A 3-foot black rod with a a 3-foot black rod with a rusty star on an end lies nearby. Beady eyes are watching you. At your feet is a small pit breathing traces of mist. A white mist, usually water seen from time to time in caverns. It can be found anywhere, but is frequently a sign of a deep pit leading down to water. Little bird in a cage. That is you.
Whoa!
A pickaxe is... You could never pull it out no matter how hard you try. There's nothing to do with it here. A little dwarf. Watch out! Sorry, you'll need to drop something before you can carry anything more. Tasty food. Set of keys. Set of keys. Enigmatic statues populate this grand space. Could this have been the king's throne? A huge green, fierce snake bars the way. Black Dwarf's Axe. Dwarf's Axe. Attacking the snake won't work, and is very dangerous. That is useless right now. You're in the hole of the... A huge green, fierce snake bars the way. You're in a secret canyon which runs east and west. It crosses over a very tight canyon 15 feet below. If you go down, you may not be able to get back up. How curious. Seems to be an ancient carving of a dragon. Watch out! A huge dragon snoozes atop a beautiful Persian rug. Dwarf's Axe. Dwarf's Axe. The little axe bounces harmlessly off the dragon's thick scales. Goodness, that was a mighty fall. Oh dear, you seem to have been ousted from...